Hi tubers, it's Robin. I haven't seen you for a long time, so I thought that today would be a good day to do a video. I'm going to start out with numbers first, so everybody who doesn't want to watch the whole video doesn't have to watch the whole video, just hear my numbers. So today, I weighed myself today, and I have lost 125 pounds as of today. I am 138 pounds to my goal, and I am 7 pounds away from halfway. On January 27th, I hit 100 pounds, and then I had a little plateau for a couple months. Kind of mid-February into just recent, just last week, I started getting over the plateau. So I'm going to talk about that, but that's my numbers so far. Sorry, I have a piece of fuzz on my face. I've been doing pretty good. Like I said, I've been feeling really good. I've been wanting to do a lot more activities. I've been going to water aerobics twice a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays. And in February, Bob and I had to go down to Florida because his dad was put into hospice care, and then he passed away while we were there, and it was very sad to see him go, but he's not in pain anymore and not suffering, and so that, of course, is a good thing. And you don't ever want to see anybody suffering and in that much pain. That's very difficult to take. So we had to go down to Florida for 2 weeks, and it was so nice to get out of Minnesota. I did not want to come back. And that's kind of, I guess, where my plateau sort of started. Maybe because I was out of my normal elements. I guess maybe that was part of it. I was eating really good and kind of watching what I was eating. His stepmom has a pool at her house, so I was in the pool when I could, doing water aerobics and moving around, and we were doing a lot of walking, and so I'm not really sure why I kind of hit a plateau then, but I think it's a common thing for people who are losing weight. I think it's just your body kind of adjusting and just thinking, okay, where is everything going? Because your body, losing weight really is a stress on your body, as much as gaining weight is, because your body thinks that you're starving it, and it starts to kind of conserve energy and not burn the calories, even if you're taking in less calories. Your body's metabolism's I don't know, they kind of explained it at class support group meeting that we had last week, but your body's metabolism starts to shut down. So they suggested some things to change it, and the first thing that I did to change with my plateau is I started walking Emmett, our dog, and going on long walks every day. And we're doing some extra dog training with him right now, and so I'm doing a lot more moving, and just getting in, we may walk for a half hour. The sun went behind the clouds, so my light is changing here. So my first suggestion is, if you're going through a plateau, is kind of reassess what you're doing to be moving, and move all the time. I have a desk job, and when I'm sitting at my desk, I'm listening to music and I'm bopping around, and even moving your legs. If you can't walk up and down the steps, which my knees are not good, so I don't tend to not like walking up and down the steps. I try and park a little bit farther away, although it's been cold. Back again here in Minnesota, the snow did melt, but it came back. Um, so walking a little bit farther away, just burning some extra calories. When I'm doing the laundry and doing the ironing, I'm kind of listening to music and moving around. When I'm brushing my teeth and moving around, doing the dishes, I just try to move as much as possible because even a little bit of movement, as much as you can possibly do, is good, and it helps burn calories. And that's what we're all about, is burning more calories. So I've been trying to move more. That's the first thing. And then I really started looking at my diet as to what I was eating. And I think this is where maybe I fell into a bad habit when we were driving. You don't always want to take that time to stop and eat, and so we had snacks in the car, and I packed good snacks. I packed 100-calorie packs, and I was drinking a lot of water, but I also packed some nuts, and I think that's where my big downfall was, is that I was eating, nuts are good for you, but it's a carb and a protein, and so I think I was consuming too many nuts was my problem. And I guess the pralines that I had with the sugar on top didn't help. So I stopped. I cut that out, and then I make sure that I was went back to low carb. If I did any bread, I was doing a low carb wrap. If you can't find them, check by your deli section. I'm finding wraps that have like 4 grams of net carbs in them. And I can only eat about one and maybe like a piece or two of some deli lunch meat. That's kind of what I eat for lunch. So if you're having trouble with being on a plateau, start looking at your diet. Write down what you're putting in your mouth and identify what you're eating. Maybe you need to change up when you have your carbs. Have a carb meal. Either if you have carbs throughout the day, kind of save it for the end of the day. If you have it at the end of the day, try and put it at the beginning. Just kind of switch up your diet and kind of readjust how you're doing, your diet. I know for a long time, all I wanted to eat was pizza made on a tortilla, and that was working for a while, but then I kind of got out of that habit. So if you tend to, and I've talked to a lot of people who find one thing that they like, and that's what they stick with for a while, and you kind of go through a phase where you're just eating this one thing. So if you notice that you're kind of leaning towards that, go to the store and find some different, something that you like, something that you can eat, but maybe a different type of carb or a better source of protein. I started drinking soy milk again too. It's not my most favorite, but when I do my morning shake, I put soy milk in it. And I think just the carb structure is different, so I changed it up, and I guess that kind of helped a little bit too. And of course, also, can't say this enough, make sure that you're drinking your water. I struggle with this every day. I never get in enough water, and I try and get it in, but with not being able to drink 30 minutes before and 30 minutes after, it is key that you don't drink during that time. I know everybody's doctor tells them a different amount of time, but my doctor says 30 minutes before and 30 minutes after, don't drink. And it really makes a big difference. I've done it a couple times and tried to drink before and after, and I either end up feeling completely full and not being able to eat enough, or else I feel like I've what I had in my stomach out, and like I'm not getting, I'm hungry again. So, when you do drink your fluids, make sure that you're trying to get as much in as possible. I've started drinking a lot more tea, herb teas. That seems to help me because I like to drink warm beverages and can't drink coffee as much as I used to anymore. It just kind of bothers my stomach. So that's my ideas for plateaus. Just get out there and try and move a little extra. Do a little something to push yourself a little bit farther and change up part of maybe your workout. Make sure you're getting your waters in and check your diet. And if you are still having trouble, like they said in our support group, start writing it down and be honest with yourself, because you are the one that you are accountable to. And if you're lying to yourself about what you're putting in your mouth, maybe that's where you kind of need to do a little bit of soul searching of why you're putting it in your mouth and why you feel like you don't need to write it down. So I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you have continued success in your journey and in weight loss. I'm coming up on my 6-month checkup here pretty soon. I am going to try not to weigh myself until then, so I can be surprised when I get on their scale and I'm at my halfway point. And I'm going to try and really kick my workouts this week and walk a little bit farther. On the 9th, I'm starting a new class. I'm going to be starting a belly dancing class, so I'm looking forward to that. Do some core work and maybe kind of help with my hips and some extra skin I got going on in the midsection. But I hope you are all doing good, and if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. And I will most certainly address them for those of you that are just starting out. If anybody has any suggestions, certainly please leave them also. I hope that, like I said, I hope that you're all doing well and have a good week with your weight loss. Don't forget to be awesome. Bye.